Hi friends of Watching Time and welcome. Today we will speak about Raketa and about this watch, the Classic Big Zero. Raketa is quite an historical brand from Russia and has always been in the same place as it is situated now, St. Petersburg in Russia. This model, the Classic Big Zero, is one of the most historical, I would say probably the most historical model that was in production since the very early on of the history of the brand. This model was recently renovated, I would say in 2019 or 2020, and there are some minimal differences, but the basic case shape stayed the same. If you look for this exact combination of dial and ends, etc., you won't find it. You will find a pretty similar one, but this was bought just a few months ago because it was like a limited edition that stayed there, something like that. It was bought in Russia, and today we will go through it, we will see it in detail, and so we can make up our mind if it is worth to spend more money than we are used to spend on Russian watches. So let's take a look. Let's take a look to the dimension of the watch. We're speaking about a diameter of 39mm, 38.8. The distance, the lug-to-lug distance, is 49.9, so 50mm. Then we have a strap size of 20mm, and the watch is pretty thick, as you can see, because the thickness is around 14.4mm. We have a screw-down caseback, a display caseback, we will take a look later. We have a screw-down crown, and we have a 20 atmosphere of water resistance. One difference that I'm sure that there is with the newer models is that the crown in newer models is smaller. Let's say that it is not so long, as you can see, it's pretty big outside the case. Regarding the strap, as you can see, this model has an integrated strap. It does curl down, but we will see later it makes the watch a little bigger. But let's take a deeper look to the dial and to the characteristic of the watch. Let's take a look to the dial of the watch. As you can see, the dial has this interesting pattern that is like a small square blocks and a chaptering all around with small circular lines. Then we can see these applied indices. There are these buttons and the numeral 369 and the zero, the big zero on top. We will see later that there is some lume applied in the Arabic numerals and in these small dots all around. Regarding the rest of the dial, we can see there is the brand stamped under the 12 or under the 0 in this case. There is made in Russia, written in Cyrillic. Another interesting fact, we have the crown has this interesting pattern on it, and this small red dot, I think is done of some enamel, I have no idea exactly. That is quite characteristic, it's present in many different models of the recent production of Raketa. Regarding the case, the quality and the elaboration is pretty good. We have these shiny surfaces on the side, which then continue with some brushing here in front. So let's take a look to the caseback of the watch. It does have writing on both this surface and this surface. While we are speaking, we are just watching this beautiful movement. An important thing about Raketa is that they are very proud to say that they are still done in Russia. They do the movement completely in-house. They don't buy anything outside. Regarding the case, etc., I am not sure that everything is done in-house. I'm pretty sure that all this finishing on the case is done in-house, and obviously the assembly, but I'm not sure where cases and this leather strap come from. As you can see, the movement has all this finishing on it. It's pretty industrial how it's done. Certainly it's not done by hand. I mean, it's not like a very fine finishing, but when we speak about the price, it's certainly something that it's good for the price point. Regarding the movement, I don't think Raketa did any update or improvement from movements of 50 years ago, so I think this is the same movement that you can find on older ones. Conceptually, I mean, just new, better regulator, better finish, but still same schematic. So we're speaking about 18,000 vibration per hour, and it does not hack. I think the power reserve is around 30-40 hours, and I have to say it's a very thick movement because it's about 5 millimeters thick. The thick movement together with the open caseback made the watch very thick. We will see this may be an issue or how the watch look later when I try it on. I charge a moment the watch so we can take a look to the luminescence. As you can see, it is present. It's not really great. It is present especially in the hands compared to the dial. But the dial, as I told you in the beginning, there is some lume on the Arabic numerals and in the little dot all around. I think there is a lume also present in the other modern versions, but I think that the one with the white dial and black numerals doesn't have lume on the numerals. I don't think they put black lume. So here is a watch on my 16 centimeter wrist, or like 6 and something inches. As you can see, it were pretty good for my standard. The diameter is not too big, but the lug-to-lug at the end it becomes quite big. And as I told you, it is an integrated strap. It is nice, but it makes this little shoulder, I would say, that so make the watch at the end of the day wear a little bigger than it could with a strap that was just going down. And this leads to the second problem and the second issue. There is the thickness of the watch. So the watch is very thick, as I was telling you before, it's 14.4 millimeter in diameter, and in this way it will always, if you do this movement, it will also create two little holes here that there is no way to hide. The integrated strap for me hides this a little better, but it is an issue with this movement, and I don't know, either the lugs should go even more down to sort of hide this fact, but this is an issue of the watch. The watch, in any case, with the 20 atmosphere of water resistance, can be a daily wear. Obviously, the fact that it has golden hands and golden indices made it quite dressy. So I wanted to show you the packaging and everything that came with this watch. This is because, how maybe you got from my review, Raketa is trying to do something different. They're trying not to mass produce a lot of watches. They try to do something a little special and to differentiate themselves from the cheaper watches from Vostok, for example. So they try to give a different experience even to customers. So this watch was bought from the shop in Moscow, one of the retail shops in Moscow. There is something also in Europe, some retail, I think in Paris, there are some selling points, but well, this came with the watch. Like this small catalog say that they offer personalized version of their watches, while this is a more generic catalog, also with something written in English, with the different models and some history, and also their different movement and the different finishing they are offering on the movement. And here you can find all the special edition, the more recent one. But let's see the box. The watch came in this box. Inside there is second box, obviously. It's cardboard, but it's pretty nicely done, and this is where exactly the factory is. As I was saying, it's just outside St. Petersburg. If you go visit St. Petersburg, it's not a big issue to go over there. So inside there is this nice lady, and it says Olga assembled and expected my watch. No way for me to know if it's always Olga or there are other features when you buy another watch, but it's still a nice touch. Then we have the guarantee card, and then there is this invitation to visit the factory. In fact, you don't need this invitation. Everybody can go to the factory and visit it. Last time I was in St. Petersburg, it didn't happen. I was actually sick today. I was supposed to go there late as sad. As I was saying, nothing incredible, but it was a nice experience shopping in their flagship. I also got a t-shirt. Altogether, some nice attention to the customer. Let's speak about prices. This model, like the new edition of this model from the Raketa website, shipping from Europe. So for outside Russia, they ship from Europe, and the price, including the VAT, is 750 euro. If you are in United States or in UK, you should get a discount because you won't be paying the VAT. So the VAT in Europe is 22%. You can make your calculation. I think through the website some discount may be possible. Not sure about this model because this model is the most classic and is also the cheapest one in the actual Raketa catalog. But in general, even through the website you can get some discount. If you buy it in Russia, the prices already in the website are discounted. The VAT is different in Russia, and then I think, their excuses about the conversion between rubles and euro, I think that they charge a little more. They really use a very good conversion rate then. But I paid for this one, as I was saying, it's an older model, so I had some discount. I paid 450 euros, so it's something more than $500 in the shop. For that price, I think this is a very good watch because the finishing in the dial and in the case and in the movement, pretty good for that price. For the retail price, 750 euro, I think it's quite a lot. It's on the expensive side. Then again, this is the cheapest model in their series. I think that like the other models that go well over 1000 euro, if the finishing is the same for case, movement, etc. Even if the movement is more special, as I was saying, like 24 hours movement or retrograde second-hand movement. If you push toward 2000 euro, it's quite a lot. Even those, as I was saying, are cheaper in Russia. So maybe if you go to Russia, may be worth, if you like the model, to take a look to the price over there. Regarding this watch, I think it's a nice one. I think I kind of like the dial, I kind of like the style, it has its own character, and if you are not so deep into the quality price ratio, but you appreciate something different that is kind of unusual probably, then you will appreciate this watch, and then I think it's worth buying and go the extra mile to get it. And so thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope you enjoy your channel. So I invite you to put a like to this review and subscribe to our channel, and come back again when we post something new from our collection of watches. So see you next time. Bye bye.